Hi, this is Ellie with Full Moonlight Tarot 20, and this is your daily oracle reading. Happy Thanksgiving to my Canadian collective if you're seeing this on October 13th. Now I have here, the other side is your real home, and it's possible that you will feel a form of homesickness while in this life. And be proud that you were brave enough to come to this challenging place we call Earth to learn. So that, of course, is talking about your soul deciding to reincarnate on Earth and how challenging it is to come down here, because you have to remember that you are a being of energy, of light, and that you come from a place of love and peace where there's no challenges ever. Everything is always love and peace. And you come down here, and the contrast to what you come from is so stark that it's a real true challenge, and it's challenging on its own for your soul that's used to be light to be in this body, that hankers you down, that is heavy, that is dense, and not expansive really. And that is challenging on its own. But now you're faced with life's harsh realities. Now you're faced with all the challenges you've set out for yourself for this lifetime, the matrix, right? The day-to-day grind, illness and love and hate and pain and sorrow and all the things that happen to you during a lifetime. And you've come down here and you've wanted to experience all this. You wanted to rise above it. You wanted to face those challenges and overcome them. That was your main objective when you came down here. Now, of course, there's going to be times that are especially tough, where your soul is going to yearn to be back on the other side, where you're going to feel some strange homesickness. And I know this has happened to me, where you feel a strange homesickness. You feel like you don't belong here in this life, on this planet. You feel like you're out of place. You feel like you don't fit in with your environment. And that especially happens when you're going through a tough time and you're about to change timelines. And I mean, we change timelines often, especially when we either lower or raise our vibration. So when you lower your vibration, when you're feeling really sad, when you've lost hope, when you're in pain, when you feel downtrodden, any kind of negative emotion lowers your vibration. When you lower your vibration, you cannot stay in the higher timelines. You get into the lower timelines. And so you're going to feel like there's no happiness to be had. You're going to feel like nothing is working out in your life. And it is only when you raise your vibration and you start feeling better, when you start every day to feel a little better and a little more better, and you start having more optimistic thoughts, and you start to shift your thoughts from negative to positive thoughts, and you start to change the outlook you have on life and of yourself and the people around you, that now you're raising your vibration and you're going to shift timelines to higher timelines where some negativity can't really reach you and some negative people can't really reach you because you're different frequencies. So be proud of yourself that you've decided to be down here, because a lot of souls, a lot of spirits choose to stay on the other side. They don't want to deal with the mess we have going on down here. They help from the other side. They choose to intervene from the other side. They don't actually want to be down here personally, in a body. A lot of them been there and done that, and they don't want to ever come back because they know how hard it is. So be proud of yourself, is what Spirit is saying. And Spirit is proud of you, your spirit team, the angels. So if you're feeling homesick for the other side, know that in your sleep, you're always visiting. And things can improve in this lifetime if you shift your thinking and you shift your vibration. And things will not always stay bad. Things will not always stay negative. Life is full of ups and downs, right? We go through good times and we go through bad times. And it is how we face those times that is going to decide what timeline we're going to be on, right? How do you deal with the challenging times? Because it's easy to deal with the nice times, right? But how do you cope with the challenging times? And that is how you work on yourself, right? Observe yourself when times are not so rosy. How do you handle it? And what can you do to not be dragged down with it energetically? How do you try to stay positive when things are not working out around you? How do you try to stay in a higher vibration when things are not going so good around you? And that's what I have for you today, folks. Love and light. I will talk with you tomorrow.